I want something that I can just like go in towns with, you know. Oh, long guns +5. I don't want anything like that. A ×2 scope that also extends the weapon's range. That's what this has on it. I don't want this armor, so I'm gonna hold off on modding it. His ass always thirsty. Alright, let's go into town. Get off this damn shit. I mean, off this planet. See how we look. Like a regular citizen. Exactly how I want to look. Maybe we should have kept that tactical shotgun, you know? For when the raiders, they just come up close to me, I'll just blast them away. But the plan, excuse me, the goal is to not have them come close to me. I want to get my build right to where I'm just like kind of sneaky with a silencer. Silencer or two on my weapons. Damn. Broke my ankles. What the heck?
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. Bang up work, Sergeant. You're a credit to your uniform.
Bang up work.
Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. Oh, this is it then. Humanity's victory over the mechanical horde. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Nice. I shut off the power and we're agreeable. A good employee in the making. Vendor prices are reduced by 5. Well, at least I'm friendly towards them. They're not going to try to kill me for shutting off their power. So that's good. Tinkering costs 50%. Break down weapons and armor for a 20% chance to extract a basic mod. Need that persuade as well. Alright, let's go in here and see what they got to say. Get this auto save, baby. Alright, put the dang. Well, I mean, they have power. So, I don't know what's going on there. Go to the Vicar. Oh, I came in from the side.
All the lights in town went out. Since then, I've had wild-eyed workers begging my guidance. I'm surprised you would go along with this action, Ms. Holcomb.
I'm not sure what the right and wrong of it is, sir. But leaving the deserters with neither walls nor lights would have left them to the mercy of marauders.
Let's hope walls alone are sufficient, then.
These people are sick and overworked. Things had to change.
Oh, inarguably. This town was a pustule on the ass of the architect. Metaphorically speaking. You took it upon yourself to decide the fate of strangers. I don't know whether that's confidence or arrogance. Either way, I'm fascinated.
Got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Damn, 1,000? You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it. You just wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Just learn French, bro. At least you still have your mission work here to give your life a meaningful purpose. Why do you think the book held the secrets you were looking for? What do you think the book had the secrets you were looking for?
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's a philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
The Vicar searching for a bamboo sets a bad example, doesn't
The
it?
story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need a ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand. What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
That all part of your Vicar training. I mean, I guess.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Vicar?
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alright. Next. 1 second.
Ready when you are.
Let's get up out of here. No? Wait. Oh, it is Constable Reyes. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna go to teach Esther Blaine.
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never. That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me. Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
$5,000, 5,700 bits. Nice, man. Very nice. We came a long way.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside. We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. I was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me? Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork. Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus. You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
How did so many of your people end up
Let me
marauders?
stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people. Ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good out here, but it ain't easy. Some folk can't keep pace with the demands of frontier life. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy. Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatine. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatine.
Damn, I just got like 2,000 bits from that. Alright, where's that badge? Oh, it's just a quest. Does not grant any privileges or authority whatsoever. Okay.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you care to do business?
I actually do want to do business with you. That's what I'm here for. Just want to sell some things. Bye. Why am I? Why am I 86 out of 140 right now? Let me sell my junk. Maybe that's it.
Spacer's choice. Music.
Nice, 64. Okay. That makes more sense. A lot of it is food and whatnot as well. 8,000 bits. Okay. We're on to something. Let's go in here and talk to old Reedy.
Maybe I
That's everything, right? Yeah, boy.
Blade was right, believe.
What's up, Phyllis? Whoa.
You big.
You want to know what gets my bile churning?
What?
Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
I don't owe you an explanation.
You're right. I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault. And all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Oh, shit. Intimidate 30. What's it at? Like fucking 25?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Let me hit this autosave. I don't know how powerful they're gonna be. 545. All right.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud.
Okay, gone quiet.
Woo! Of course the reputation's going down. I mean, I'm killing them. They're understanding. They're understanding while I'm killing them. This weapon's so good once it's charged up. Alright, let's get this regulator, shall we? Nice. There are 2 guards out here. They're not gonna attack me. Or the constable. See you. I'm out this bitch, man. Get me off this planet. Oh, there's 2 enemies over here. Dang, they might be waiting in my ship. Level 7 and about 2/3. And we got 8,200 bits. It's a nice tutorial planet for sure. Leaving it out with all quests completed. Pravati's still alive. I have some good armor, even though it's not what I want. Some good weapons. So far, so great. Shit. Let's get up out of here though. Vicar should be in this ship actually.
Is this your ship? Oh
You've
my
been here
gosh,
before.
She is
Crazy.
just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you?
Of course.
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'm glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
Glad I kept you alive.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Glad you're excited. Vicar.
I certainly am looking
Oh,
forward to
why are
flying
you
on a ship
green?
The Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Yeah. Why are you green? What in the hell? Is this a glitch?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about
My
it?
parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar at
They
least?
thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting me to just sign on without knowing anything
I have
about
run
me.
headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Makes sense.
What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Just because it's the right thing to
A
do.
commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's
Bakono,
in
the
French.
author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French in this
I've been
colony?
thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago.
Associate.
He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend? How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts? Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Stranger in a strange land. Like the book.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. 1 second, I need to use the restroom. Alright. Nice. Sounds like Star Wars. Let's go. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
Communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kalkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming.
Cool.
By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another.
Wow.
It has limits. First-generation technology, you see. But promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Nice. Let's go to the captain's quarters. Y'all chilling, huh? Oops. Whoa. Sam? A stern older man with warm eyes. Photo of Parvati's father. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. That's because heavily geared with doodles in the margins. This is not a petunia. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. The scribbles on these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Impossible to put down. The endorsement has been approved. Smells especially like iceberg aged whiskey. So I'm assuming I can have 1, 2, 3 more companions. Oh, it's a respec. And here's my room.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Nice. Holographic shot projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. 16,000. Shit. A level up and a perk. Better not. Better not. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do armor. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of a Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with the heart of will of steel. It's not exactly waterproof, so don't you go showing it around to your spaceship buddies. I hope it would amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message is hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend. I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Hello, hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Haha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Hello, Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassed me once again. Hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance and not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum Vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. Really tie one on. Note to self, remember this later, know better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point, I saw in actuality with my own two eyes a subliminally powerful weapon in Wells' lab just sitting there for me for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely, he called it a shrinkway, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrinkway firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors, more to be had. The last time I got slashed, I was imbibing at the Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Martins yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Martin said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Why won't Wells just give the shrinkway to me, blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back? Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned. It's just sitting there neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I asked? That I'm not trustworthy enough, that I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho. I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wes forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step would be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance auto mechanical in Amber Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running with a few key modifications. I can envision a combat capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Now, like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. I'm giving up hope on delivery. The part is lost in transit and is not turning up anytime soon. But good news, I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. This part was sent to an old storage facility in Rosway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Glad I read those. Find an acid steeper. Weapons from the void. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Acquire Phineas the science weapon. So I'm assuming we're going to Groundbreaker next. Whatever that is. Wow. Okay. Hephaestus. The closest planet to the sun. The Hephaestus Mining Company was first to establish outposts here. So where am I at right now? Terra 2. Groundbreaker. I can go to Phineas Lab. Yo. Typhon. Celia is one of the largest asteroids orbiting Halcyon, the largest in a grouping of rocks known as the Charbis Cluster. Hephaestus Mining once claimed the asteroid, but its prospecting site was abandoned decades ago. Monarch. Warning, dangerous. Let's go to Phineas's lab. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location they have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land here. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.